So my husband and I are just getting back from our little vacation trip. And while we were away, I did receive a comment from MWA9771, and somebody else did leave a comment as well, asking me about traveling and my firearms. Now, this is not a travel by plane firearms video, although MWA is asking me about traveling by plane. And let me read you his comment, his or her comment, so that we know what we're talking about. All right, it says, hello, I know this is off topic, but since you're traveling by airplane, I'm sure you're flying with protection. Would it be possible for you to do a video on case or cases that you may be using when you and your husband travel by plane? My husband and I are getting ready to travel, but we're actually taking us a road trip. And I kind of felt like we can, kind of touch bases on what it is that we travel with and how it is that I travel when it's not by plane. All right, so for me, first things first, make sure you educate yourself on these laws in the state in which you are traveling to. Now, if you're traveling through states before you get to your destination state, make sure you familiar yourself with the laws of those through states as well. Very, very important, because your final destination has one set of laws and your through states have a different set of laws. You need to make sure that you are in compliance all the way through to your destination. Okay? All right. So now that we have that understood, on our road trip, we are traveling pretty light. And in my opinion, traveling light is probably the smartest way to travel when you don't have either cumbersome firearms or something that you're not familiar with when you're actually on the road or, getting ready to go wherever it is that you're going. So as far as the firearms that I will be carrying on my person during my trip will be my Smith & Wesson Shield X chambered in 9mm, and she is equipped with the Vortex Defender CCW. This one here has a great magazine capacity, and it is a very nice shoot. Now, in my opinion, I try to minimize the amount of things that I have on my firearms when I am carrying, especially on my person. Sometimes I don't even like to have red dots because it becomes a little bit more difficult for me to conceal my pistols because of my choice of outfits that I wear. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to take this red dot with us on this trip just because I just felt like it. So my Smith & Wesson Shield X will be joining us on this trip. Very slim profile. As you can see, this pistol is very, very thin, but yet it has a great capacity on her. And besides the fact that she shoots absolutely great, is, it's worthy in itself. Another thing, keep still. Another thing, you may not feel like a price is worth your life, which I don't feel like anybody should feel that way, but I would rather not lose one of my prizer possession firearms versus something that's a little bit more on the cost-effective end. So when I say that, if there is an event to where I may have to use my firearm to protect my life, I feel like I would not be afraid to lose it if I had to use it. So although she is very reliable, she's cost friendly, and the fact that she's not overly priced, my feelings won't be too hurt if I lost her in an unfortunate event if I had to protect my life. So we do have us a Kydex hard holster, and that is how she's riding, front seat, front and center. This is how she looks. All right, my husband will be carrying on his person his Glock 26 Gen 5. He has the Holosun 407C with the solar panel, with the extension and the X grip. Again, very simple, straight to the point, get the job done. He enjoys this configuration very, very much. This pistol is a little bit more stockier and stouter for me, as you can see, it is quite thicker than my Shield X. So for him to conceal carry this, it won't be much. He is a decent sized man. So the configuration for him works just fine. Whatever works for you, make sure that you do that. And he also has a hard holster or a Kydex holster for that on-person carrying. Let's just do a quick little side-by-side so that you guys can see the differences in profile of the two. So the pistol on the left, which is the Shield X, the pistol on my right is the Glock 26. And if you can see that they do have quite a bit of difference in slide width of the two. So for me, the profile of the Shield X is a lot easier for me to conceal. So that is why I chose something of this manner. I probably could have chosen the Glock 43X, but I didn't feel like it. So that is why we are carrying this here today. So these will be front and center on our trip. Now, I did tell you this is a road trip, and we will be in wrong holster. We will be traveling in our truck, and there will be a truck gun also included on this trip. Now, going back to as light as possible and as discreet as possible is probably, in my opinion, the smartest route to go. Especially if you have to come out of your vehicle or your truck or whatever it is that you are riding in. For whatever reason, you are able to pull that out and nobody really know what it is that you have. Now, it's very important that you do not bring attention to what it is that you have. So that is why she is in a book bag. So when I do get out and wherever it is that I'm going, I throw that on my back and I am on my way. Now, what is in my book bag? We have our SIG MCX Rattler, chambered in 5.56. Now, as you saw, the magazine was already inserted into this pistol and it fit right into that book bag without an issue. Now, we do have the EOTech on her, and in a folding state, she's a very comfortable size to travel with, as well as have in a backpack. Again, I said she was chambered in 5.56 and also a nice, comfortable shoot. Now, because the state that I am in and the state in where I will be traveling to, there is no through state. It is legal for me to travel with this pistol with a loaded magazine. So she will be loaded and she will be in the back seat or under the back seat in the truck while we are driving, and our carry pistols will be front and center in the front seat with us. So let me show you that one more time. Once I collapse, if my thumb allows me to, once I collapse this brace and I put this pistol in this backpack, how she is quite concealed. And like I said, in my opinion, this is the best way to go. For whatever reason, if I have to come out, she's out and nobody knows. And again, that is the goal at the end of the day. The goal is to have what it is that you need and be as discreet as possible and know what it is that you got going on. So let me show you one more time. So my carry pistol for this trip is going to be my Smith & Wesson. I don't know why I keep wanting to put a T in that. Smith & Wesson Shield X with my Vortex Defender CCW red dot. My husband will be carrying the Glock 26 with the Holosun 407C. And in our camion, in our backpack, we have our SIG MCX Rattler chambered in 5.56. 5, 6. Let me just pull it out one more time just for you. Like such. All right. So, what did you think? What did you see? How did you feel? Let me know. Drop that in the comments. Y'all always asking me questions. I can ask y'all questions too. What is your travel preferences when you're traveling? Let me know. Drop that in the comments. Let's talk. Let's have us a little conversation because I'm interested to know too. With that being said, Yo Gang, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel just by watching this video. Y'all know I love me. I was going to say I love when things work. I love it when things work and everything works, but I love it for life. Love you for life. Muchos besitos.